Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 15 lining, 15 lining. Here we go. Here we go. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. He's ready.
First carry for James Conner. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up. Lock it. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Silver, silver. Check 37, check 37. Tighten up. Ready.
On 1st down, Conner. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready. 45. Mike, 45. We got it, we got it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. They got his man complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Hey, wahoo!
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. It's Lee. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Go, go. Ready?
Throwing, Jones. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Hey, box drop.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Jones back to the air on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game.
It's a foot race. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
He's crashing. Now. Bravo. Get it.
Throwing again. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now for Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Looking to throw. Jones. Going deep for his tight end, Clay. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll make our score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Connor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Hey, Haywood. 61, matchbox lights. Let's go.
Now Jones on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Team 6.
Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? Let's go.
Yep.
Man up, D, man up, D.
2.
Jones now operating from the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down and leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Alpha. Let's go. Get it.
Here's Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Jones to throw on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And able to find Conley. A nice gain of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A pass complete here to Conley.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to go deep for Conley. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. On the crossing route, complete. It's Connor. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
45.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Ready?
To throw again, Jones. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Yeah. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. And that's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go. 8, read.
950, 950. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now Jones, off play action. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
44, Mike, ready, go.
They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. It's our deal. Leo, ready, go.
He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check. Ready.
Now back to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Picked off by Justin Lane. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Jim, squeeze, get in there. Go. Be ready. Let's pat.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Delta. Topper. Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darren Lee picks it, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 45 to Mike. Nice, sweetheart. Hut. Check Mike 45. Check Mike. Greystone travel. Greystone set. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On first down, it's Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 13. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Switch. Ready.
From the gun, a give to Connor. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Going deep for his tight end Clay. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jones operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sack, baby.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw here. And no, it's incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Black. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Jones off the play fake. Now a desperation throw deep. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Mike spoke well. Rip left, rip left.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Screen pass to Connor. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Steelers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
44, Mike.
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got room to run past the 20. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.